Noah stood before the bathroom mirror, gripping a pair of tweezers in his hand, his eyes locked on the shimmering golden scale that had appeared on his chest. The scale, shaped like a delicate autumn leaf with a diamond outline, glowed softly in the morning light, so beautiful it was almost unreal. But to Noah, its beauty was a symbol of terror. The scale had appeared just 3 days ago, but his body had been changing in subtle ways for over a month. It all started the day he wandered through a bustling antique market and became inexplicably drawn to a wooden dragon carving. There was something about it, something almost magical, that compelled him to take it home. By the next day, however, the carving had vanished without a trace, and Noah's body began to transform in ways that no one else could see. First, the changes seemed positive. He noticed his strength, endurance, and reflexes steadily improving, a physical enhancement that, while strange, he welcomed. After all, who wouldn't want a stronger, more capable body? But 3 days ago, the itch started. It was a mild irritation at first, so Noah paid little attention to it. But when the morning sun streamed into his room, he was horrified to find a scale growing on his chest. A scale? How could a human grow scales? Frantic, Noah scoured the internet for answers, only to discover that this was nothing like ichthyosis or any skin condition he could find. The golden scale on his chest was tangible, real, like something out of a myth, a dragon scale. Determined to rid himself of the thing, Noah clenched the tweezers tightly and took a deep breath. He tugged with all his might, but the pain that shot through his chest was excruciating. The scale didn't budge, only a thin line of blood oozed from where it joined his skin. Defeated, Noah dropped the tweezers and rubbed his chest in frustration. He couldn't handle this alone. 10 minutes later, he found himself in a taxi, heading to the hospital. Sitting in the dermatology clinic, he anxiously waited until the nurse called his name. The doctor, a woman in her 40s, was taken aback when Noah lifted his shirt. She examined the scale closely, her fingers brushing over it, and asked if it hurt. Noah shook his head. It only itched. Through a moment of contemplation, the doctor stepped out, returning with 4 other physicians. They crowded around him, their eyes fixed on the scale, whispering in hushed tones. Noah's anxiety grew as unsettling thoughts filled his mind. "I can't be a lab experiment," he thought, hastily pulling his shirt back down. Ignoring their protests, he rushed out of the clinic, leaving behind their confused calls. He hurried back to his apartment and stood before the mirror again, staring at the scale that had now become the center of his life. His mind raced, recalling the dragon carving that had vanished so mysteriously. Connection seemed impossible yet undeniable. This scale resembled those from dragon legends. Could it be? Was he turning into a dragon? The realization filled Noah with dread. The idea of transforming into a mythical creature, no matter how powerful or awe-inspiring, terrified him. He didn't want this. Just then, his phone rang, pulling him from his thoughts. It was his boss, Olivia, calling to check in. When Noah explained what was happening and asked for a week off, she was understanding and assured him that his projects would be handled in his absence. After the call, Noah sighed deeply, gazing at the scale one last time before dropping his shirt. His mind swirled with uncertainty and fear. What was happening to him? And more importantly, where would this path lead?